So Jack likes to run.
Yeah, he does.
He loves to run, but something happened to Jack not too long ago, and he needs a kidney transplant. Had COVID. Now his kidneys are down to 5% at this point. And they're like, you really need a transplant, and you need it now. His pastor got word of this, and his pastor's like, you know what? Take one of mine.
Yeah, he jumped right in. He saw the need, and he said, let me get tested, because I'm sure he had to undergo the kidney testing to find out if he was a match. He was, and boom, there you go. He gave one of his members of his church his kidney so he could get back out there. I know.
That's amazing. The transplant took place. So as soon as the transplant happened, his kidney went from 5% to 60%. Now Jack is back out running again.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, his pastor is also back out there with him. He decided, I don't know if he was a runner before.
He was.
Okay, so he is now getting back out there. And you know what? They have a lifelong bond. Not that they didn't before, but I'm sure it's even closer now.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, the dude has a kidney.
It's like, wait a minute, you're running off and you got a part of me. Come
here. Pretty cool pastor.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
I think Liz is going to let you know if we're representing well. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
We are representing very well. Travel and Leisure magazine website, they have come up with some of the cities that people around the world should visit in America. Okay. And, normally you would think, like New York comes to the top, or maybe Beverly Hills. I don't know, wherever across the country.
Well, names that people around the world would know.
Sure.
They would know New York City. They would know L.A.
Right. New Orleans, that kind of thing.
They wouldn't know Lizard Lick, North Carolina. That doesn't come up the top of the list, right?
No. So I'll run down from the bottom to the top. Asheville came in at number 15.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is cool. And so they rate it on experiences, of course, the beauty, culinary scene, and that kind of thing. Number 3, we moved way up the list really quick around the Carolinas and Georgia. But number 3 is Savannah.
Of course.
Of course, because it's absolutely beautiful. You want to know number 1? Number 1 on the list around the world for Travel and Leisure said everybody should go to Charleston.
Of course.
Yes, come to Charleston and enjoy. How many restaurants are in Charleston?
8,502.
And that's just down Market Street.
Yeah.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
It's been 30 years? Really? Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Not us, but the movie The Rocketeer. Now there's a sequel coming out.
Yeah, so the original was Billy Campbell and Jennifer Connelly. You may remember Jennifer Connelly from A Beautiful Mind. She's done a ton of stuff. Anyway, they were the originals, but they have decided to do a new Rocketeer. Disney has done this. It's taking a little bit of a turn.
Is it a sequel or not a sequel?
I don't think it's an actual sequel.
So it's a reboot.
More of a reboot, because they're going to follow the Tuskegee Airmen this time around. And, of course, they were in World War II, first black pilots to serve in the U.S. military. And David Oyelowo is going to star. He's been in a lot of different things. I just like saying his name.
Yeah, well, you did a good job at it.
Oh, I practiced. It's
I'm sure you did.
Chitaway, Etaphor, Digimon, Hunsu. I have to practice all of those before I do it. But, so I think it's going to be like the original Rocketeer. You did or did not see it,
no,
Rob?
I haven't seen it.
I liked it, and I thought it was cool, and it's sort of iconic. But I like the turn that they're going to take with this one, the original Rocketeer.
Sounds like it's going to be good.
I think it will
inspire a lot of people.
Yeah, they were trained at Tuskegee University in Alabama. That's where the Tuskegee Airmen came from. And so it's going to follow kind of how that all came to be, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know the history behind it, so I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
Now it makes me want to take a look at the history of it, and actually know it now before the movie even comes out.
Right, yeah. So go ahead and research right now.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
You can do this for a full minute? For real?
I can.
For real?
I'm pretty good at this.
That's good.
One of the things I excel at.
My knees start shaking at about 90 minutes, not 90 minutes, 90 seconds to 2 minutes.
That's double what I can do almost. I mean,
really?
If you do 2 minutes, sure, I can do 60 seconds.
The longest I've done is 6 minutes to hold a plank.
6 minutes?
I can't do that today.
There's no way
that was. But I can't do what this guy in Australia did. Mm-hmm. First, let me tell you, there was a record. The record was from a guy in the U.S., and it was just a little over 8 hours. 8 hours, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Are you kidding?
Holding a plank.
Like steady. He didn't get any breaks.
All the way through.
He wasn't drinking water then.
No. But Daniel in Australia beat that. Now he's got the world record for it. 9 hours, 30 minutes, and 1 second.
I don't even see how that's physically possible. Not that I don't believe it happened.
For him, this is incredible. And I'll tell you why. He suffers from chronic pain. He is in pain every single day, but he pushes through the pain. He works out really hard, and he wanted to bring awareness to chronic pain. He said from his head to his toe, he was in constant pain during this whole plank for 9 hours. His left arm felt like it was on fire, but it was worth it all. This is where he gets a lot of his chronic pain is in his left arm.
Wow. And I mean, an arm is very instrumental in doing a plank. I mean, you have to be strong, but wow. I mean, to do a plank at all, I mean, you have to really pull your core. You have to pull everything in, but 9 hours.
Let me tell you, it looks easy when you see somebody do it. And you go, I can hold that for a while. You get to the first 15 seconds, you're like, I'm on my knees the first time you do it.
You know what would be really cool is if we even just tried at some point today to try to do 1 or 2 minutes in a plank and then think this guy with chronic pain did it for 9 hours.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Ferris wheels. Ferris wheels, I like them. They're really cool. There's one in London called the London Eye.
Yes.
Which is pretty tall, right?
I think so. I think it's pretty big. There's one in Paris that's kind of like it, too.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's one in Atlanta. So that's a fun one to do.
Yeah.
This is unlike the ones that you see at the fair.
Oh, much bigger.
Yeah, much bigger.
bigger.
The world's tallest eye, I guess you would call it, a Ferris wheel, is going to be in Dubai. Wow. No surprise to me. They can afford a big, tall one like that. 820 feet.
Oh!
They say it opens in the middle of October. They say that one trip around, are you ready for this, is 38 minutes just to go around once.
So that is worth the ticket, possibly. I wonder what the ticket price is.
A couple of bucks.
We rode one on vacation, and maybe we were in the air 8 minutes. But, I mean, that was like several turns around, and it was like $8.
The cart that you're in is just not a couple of people. The thing is huge, and it comes with a butler in each car.
What?
Yeah.
A butler in each car?
Yeah.
What, does he serve, like,
it serves
snacks?
Food and all the other. Yeah, you want some Cheetos? Here you go,
That's
buddy.
what I'm saying. I don't, why a butler?
Oh, we're talking fine food. This is Dubai.
Well, true.
You know?
And they love to do like the tallest building in the world is in Dubai.
Yeah.
So now the tallest Ferris wheel in the world is that where The Rock was in that skyscraper movie? Was that Dubai?
I think so.
I remember that was
I vaguely remember the movie. I may have seen it in passing, like on one of the cable channels.
Not a great movie, but it was.
Oh, it's not. Oh, that's probably why I haven't seen it.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
They say John Travolta really helped out Andorina Memorelis. And it was amazing. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. And once he did that for Andorina, her career just shot out the roof.
I think you even helped her because now everybody's going to be like, who is Rob talking about?
Andorina.
No.
The Frozen lady.
The lady, she was a household name in 2014 because Frozen came out and she had the song Let It Go. And John Travolta gets up to announce her on the Academy Awards, and he calls her Adele Dazeem. I was watching this Academy Awards because I love watching the Oscars. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How do you not know Idina Menzel? Like, how do you not know her? And you're the one that's announcing her to come to the stage to sing Let It Go.
A contact must have came loose.
Something.
And he couldn't read the teleprompter.
Well, I will tell you that she has no hard feelings, even right after. She probably was like, what? Did he just call me? Because she had to sing. She had to pull it together and sing Let It Go. Great performance. But she says that he actually did a lot for her career.
Oh, of course.
Because everybody laughed and was just, you heard like a collective, Because he messed her name up?
Doesn't know Andorina's name. It's just amazing
Adina.
to me.
It's Adina.
Adina, yeah.
Adina. But then everybody wanted to know, well, how did he mess it up? Like, it's nowhere close. Adele Dazeem is nowhere near Adina Menzel. Mm-hmm. Like, and he messed it up.
Contact came loose. That's all I can say.
It was on the cue card. And
yeah, but the contact came loose. You couldn't see it. It's like, okay, Adele.
All I know is
Some lady's singing.
Travolta has had to, in his career, had to overcome quite a few things that he's done. The Leisure Suit and now Adele Dazeem.
Yeah, which he's making a throwback to Saturday Night Fever?
Yeah. I think is what it is, but he's had to overcome some of that stuff.
Staying alive. Okay.
I.
Name mess up? Yours ever?
Oh, yeah, I get called Lynn.
Lynn instead of Liz?
Yeah, and it's fine. I mean, I get that they're very close. And my last name, Riles, nobody can look at that and say it. You?
Robin. I get Robin a lot because I say Rob and Liz, but people think I'm saying Robin sometimes.
Right, so it's like a name, Robin Liz. Mm-hmm. Robin.
It's Robin.
Is your first name.
It's Robin. Yeah, something like that. No Batman, just Robin, and that's it. Hey, join the conversation. When did they mess up your name? Maybe even on a cup at that coffee place. 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Talking about how they mess up your names. I'm Rob and she's Liz.
Yes.
I get Robin a lot or Ron.
Yeah, and I get Lynn a lot.
New identities.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we know who our identity is in.
Yeah.
800-447-7234. Curious on how they mess up your name.
Stacy texted and said, okay, my name is Stacy, but I'm used to answering to people who call me Tracy. It happens a lot. And then she said, older people tend to call me Daisy. For some reason.
Daisy, huh?
It is way out there. And then we have Sabrina. She said, okay, our last name is Giles, but I guess when people read it, they say gills, like gills on a fish, and she has to correct people all the time. And sometimes it can be awkward when because I get Royals for the last name.
For Riles?
Yes. And, you're thinking, okay, there's no O, but it's okay. I mean, you should just say, it's Riles. But it feels awkward, like when you have to correct somebody.
It's okay.
I know.
It's all right.
Okay.
Melissa's here at 800-447-7234. Melissa, they mess up your name?
Right? It seems like it would be hard to mess up Melissa. But when I was working as a teller, I got this all the time. I would answer the phone, hello, this is Melissa, how can I help you? And every time, little old ladies, no offense to little old ladies, they're so cute, but every time they'd be like, hi, Martha.
What?
And yes, and I have no idea where they got Martha from. I really don't.
And so it was more than just one person?
Absolutely. It was quite a few times. I'm like, am I putting them together wrong? What is happening?
I can see the syllables. Melissa, Martha.
Yeah, Martha.
Kinda.
Yeah. They were just, kind of. The M and the A. The M and the A they got.
That was about it.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, Martha.
Thanks, guys.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Adina Menzel?
Yeah, Adina
Okay.
Menzel.
John Travolta messes up her name.
Adele Dazeem is what he called her on the
Yeah.
Oscars.
And she just came out saying,
gracious.
best thing ever happened in my life.
Yeah, everybody wanted to know who I was
Robin and Lynn here.
to start your day.
It happens a lot to even Rob and Liz. That's
Sure.
us, his radio. So we thought, how do they do your name and mess it up? At 800-447-7234.
Brandon said, okay, my name's Brandon, but I had a teacher in elementary school that always called him Bernard. Like, your teacher doesn't, I can see on the first day. Because that, if you have a unique name, the first day is always really hard for everybody. But, okay, so Lori said my name is spelled Lory. So Lori, okay? But she's been called Leroy.
No, I can see that. My eyes would do that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she said it became a nickname, so I guess she's cool with it.
She goes by Leroy.
Yeah. Heather said we have family friends, and their names are Chick, it's a nickname, and Linda. But when she was little, in her mind, when people would talk about Chick and Linda, she thought it was one person named Chicken Linda.
Okay, then.
So when she met Linda, I don't know if she called her Chicken first or I don't know.
My oldest is Wes.
Yeah.
and he goes by, it was Wesley. He goes by Wes. But when he was in Little League, his first coach called him Weasel.
What?
We couldn't figure it out until he got through the second season with him. And he goes, wait a minute. Your name is Wesley? Why didn't you guys correct me with that? Oh, we just thought it was a nickname.
Weasel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be stuck on
Weasel.
that for the rest of the day.
I know. 800-447-7234. You're on his radio.
Y'all have really easy names.
Not really.
Evidently not.
But what about you?
My name's Tamara, and I get Tamara. I've had doctors and nurses call me Camera. I had an English professor in college tell me my name was grammatically incorrect and only called me Tamara. So I get it all the time.
How do you deal with it?
I just put a smile on my face because my parents chose a unique name, and I'm just used to people messing it up. I just think it's funny hearing all the mispronunciations, and I just answer to it at this point. I'm almost 30, and as long as someone's calling me, I'll answer. I don't care.
There you go.
Girl.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
If you get home and you like to watch Judge Judy, well, that's not going to be a thing anymore. It's going to be Judy Justice.
Judy Justice. Yeah, and it's coming on, I guess, not really a streaming service.
It is a streaming service.
Is it
It's
that you
free.
have to- oh, goodness. It's IMDb TV. See, I go to IMDb to find out about actors, actresses, film trailers, and things like that. I've never gone to IMDb to watch a television show.
I know, isn't that different?
Yeah.
But at least it's free. I like that there's a free thing out there because there's so many of those services you have to pay for.
And then it's like, well, the whole reason that a lot of people made the switch was to cut down on the bill for cable. Mm-hmm. And so now, but what is there, Pluto TV? Is
Yeah,
that a
that's free,
one?
but it's not all the traditional channels. It's
Yeah.
their own individual type of channels.
Well, but that's cool. But this is going to be Judge Judy coming to IMDb TV, and then her granddaughter's going to be part of it as well.
But it's not called Judge Judy.
No, Judy Justice.
That's right.
Yeah, Judy Justice. So if you got used to watching Judge Judy in the afternoon and you've been watching a lot of reruns, well, there you go.
They'll still be there.
Yeah.
So she's going to be competing against herself.
How weird.
I know. That is weird.
But she made a pretty good living off of...
She doesn't need to work another day in her life, but she keeps working.
I mean, she loves it. I don't think, like, she's not out in the public a lot. And so she's continued to stay, from my perspective, humble in her 70s as
Yeah.
Judge Judy. Judy Justice, I don't know.
I saw her in an interview once, and she said this about friends. She goes, I have very little friends. I don't have many friends. I just keep a small circle, and I make it a point to have friends because friends are I'm going to forget how she said it. They are the fabric of your life or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. And to keep a small circle, I don't know. For me, that works. Do you keep a little small circle of friends?
I try.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just don't
Doesn't
work.
work out. Yeah. There is going to be a new Disney movie that's coming out this year, and I don't think there's been a whole lot of press on it because I was surprised to see that it's going to be opening in November, but it's called, and I hope I'm saying this right, Encanto.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But so what it's going to follow is normally when you get a Disney movie like Little Mermaid or Pocahontas or whatever, it follows one female character generally. This one is going to center around the entire family, the magical family. They live in the mountains of Colombia, and they have one daughter named Mirabelle who's a little different from the rest of the family. The rest of the family has different things that they can do, and she doesn't fit in to some of the things that they can do.
So is it a good, clean family film?
I think so.
I
It's
hope so.
It's along the lines of a Little Mermaid and Moana, Frozen, that kind of thing. But it's following, like I say, more than just the girl. It's following the entire family. So there's going to be a lot of stories that you're going to get in this one movie. But Lin-Wen,
Cheesy songs?
well, I don't think Let It Go is cheesy.
Oh, come on.
And I don't think... Maybe Under the Sea is a little cheesy, but I love it.
Well, that's a fun song.
Under
the Ocean?
No, wait. Part of Your World, which is in Little Mermaid, one of my favorite songs ever.
See?
Ever. It's not cheesy.
No.
Don't say it's cheesy.
Not that.
It's not cheesy.
No. Frozen.
Let It Go.
Oh, come on.
That song is not
No, I see.
cheesy.
I love the family.
Unknown. Okay. It's not cheesy. It's so good. It's so good.
Yes, as you so clearly
Into the unknown.
illustrated.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
When you go out for a walk, maybe a run, maybe when you ride your bike, maybe there's a possibility that there's a loop that you follow. Mm-hmm. This path that you go every single time. How about one that 200 people do every single year, which is about 6,000 miles long? It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Right. And it's up and down the East Coast. And it just blows my mind that 200 people do this. And it's 6,000 miles. I mean, it's up into like the Great Lakes. It goes into Montreal, Mid-Atlantic, goes down to the Gulf of Mexico through Florida. I mean, it's a lot of traveling.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
There's a couple of teenagers that actually discovered this in the late 1800s. They're two 18-year-olds. And so they thought, hey, we want to see if we can travel around the United States without ever hitting an ocean.
It's pretty cool. I mean, they do go down to the Gulf of Mexico, but it's not like they're trying to go,
Yeah.
through it.
Well, on it, they use the Hudson River, the Erie Canal, Lake Champlain, Montreal, Lake Ontario, and the scenic Thousand Islands. I never heard of them.
No.
And there's a mini loop in Florida. I didn't even know there was I've been in Florida for over, so many years. I grew up there and moved here 20 years ago from Lake Okeechobee to the Atlantic coast through the Florida Keys, Gulf Pine Islands, Fort Myers, and Caloosahatchee Canal. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, but
I had no idea.
The mini loop is the one I would say that's where I need to start.
Really?
I mean,
4,000 miles?
it's not 4,000 miles.
Oh,
it?
that's right.
Okay.
It's 3,200.
It's like, I knew it was less than that, but 3,200, that's still. But if I were going to do something like that.
I was still fibbing, but that's
okay.
okay.
See, I'm like, you know better than I, but it'd still be a long way. But it'd still be fun. Can you do it as road trip, like not on a bike?
No, it's a boat. This one's a boat.
Oh, no, you can. But you can still visit those things.
You
without,
can visit
yes,
them,
yes,
but
yes.
this loop is all on boat,
water.
and that's what makes this so unique.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool, though, that you can do that by boat. We've got a boat. Should we do it this weekend?
If that's what you guys want to do, you go right ahead.
Joey! That's my